And we'll get draw confirmation shortly. But in the meantime, Armageddon.
In the big one, it's tournament leader WESLEY playing with the black pieces against world champion in their decider right now for GUKESH. Has to win with white. WESLEY, a draw is enough, and so far a cagey start.
Definitely a cagey start. Well, WESLEY will be happy because he will at least walk away with a 1 point. But he has the black pieces, and a draw is sufficient to net him 1.5 points. So GUKESH in a must-win situation. Castles, and everything is building up for a big breakthrough.
Yeah, this is still very well-known stuff in the symmetrical English opening. Both sides just angling for the first pawn break. Black going with the Botvinnik pawn structure. Pawns controlling the dark squares, controlling the pawn breaks, but leaving some holes behind. No matter what happens here, WESLEY will maintain the lead. Alireza falling in the other game means that WESLEY is happy. The chaser's not making any inroads on his lead there. He attacks a loose pawn with his bishop, asking for a decision, and he completes his development. Yeah, cagey was the right word, Tanya. It is very locked up for now, this pawn structure.
No trades, but some holes on the light squares as the white knight jumps forward. At some point, WESLEY wanting to break free on the queen side. Jovanka mentioned the pawn breaks. I think they're about to land here and now.
They're going to be definitely making an appearance. Whether one side wants to build right now or do it.
He was reaching out for the queenside pawn, and there it is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was dictating it. This is a very well-known tactic. You give up light squares, but white can only control one at a time. If white had one more move and was able to deploy the other knight on c3, clamp down on the b5 square, WESLEY would have been suffering passive, positionally dubious position for a long time. Instead, breakout, and black's rook on b8, very strong. Bishop, annoying pressure on this diagonal. I don't really like how GUKESH has handled the last few moves.
Yeah, and I'm still thinking about the decision that WESLEY took against GUKESH in their classical to abruptly finish that game with a draw offer in an absolutely crazy position with GUKESH down to seconds. Is that something that he will live to regret? It all depends on the result of this Armageddon.
Yeah, it's something that will definitely be clarified later on in the tournament. This is going to be a moment where perhaps WESLEY will look back and go, well, I should perhaps have played on. But the rook slides back to its starting square there on b8. And now it is all about how is GUKESH going to start to improve his position. He does have a lead in time. He has to play quickly.
To play quickly, but without pawn breaks for white, he's facing pressure along the b file for eternity. He can swap off some knights, sure, doesn't change much. He brings his other rook to the c file, but watch out, there will be c4 ideas. WESLEY does the same. He doesn't need to go for anything special, WESLEY. He has a grip, controlling the pawn breaks, and a draw is enough.
More space. The b file with a b2 target right there. The bishop on g7 also eyeballing that side whenever he's able to push open with his pawn. Ideas of the light squared bishop falling back, f5, f4 coming in as well. It just feels like all the plans reside with WESLEY in this position. As GUKESH, you have this beautiful looking knight on d5, but it's empty beautiful. There's really nowhere else to jump and no assist.
100% accuracy from WESLEY so far. Literally 100 on the accuracy bar. Bishop to e4 played, asking for a bishop exchange, but WESLEY, this is a move he wants to play anyway. Strange from GUKESH, because f5 might just come with tempo now, but this was his idea to free up his queen. Tactics on the diagonal.
f5. Yeah. Come on, WESLEY. Push that bishop away. He's thinking, what's the follow-up?
Yeah, the most natural move. Why not? He just wants to make sure he's not too loose, but no threats from white. Knight takes knight will be met by the black knight recapturing. Black's got everything defended. The queen held by her bishop.
King f8. Just avoiding any checks at all. But I gotta say, GUKESH is keeping the tension alive, and he's got that healthy lead in the time. And that's something that will come back to haunt WESLEY. If GUKESH can just keep the game going and force WESLEY to burn some time taking those decisions, then when the clock starts running down, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, GUKESH doing okay on the clock so far, but yeah, the key moment's still ahead.
And WESLEY's been the Armageddon king so far in this tournament. After a first round loss, he picked up so many points, just making sure he gets the draws in the classical and raking up the points in Armageddon. So all of that Arma experience coming into play. He's got a good, healthy position and keeps that time clock apace as well. Just a bit under 5 minutes, but they're starting to level out with GUKESH going under 7 minutes, picks up a pawn, and it's a mistake.
That is so risky. Like, the black rooks cannot use the A8 square now because the white bishop in the center was controlling A8. I'm really surprised Wesley didn't play the move D5 there. Gaining time, gaining tempi. Gukesh's queen, though, living a charmed life. It's lucky to survive as it is, but he's hoping that the pawn that he's just stolen will come into play a bit later. Wesley, can he trap that queen or force a repetition somehow?
He's trying to calculate exactly that. Does he push in a d5 first, or does he go on the counter offense with rook to a8? There are trades on the c6 square that you need to calculate, but it's all eyes on that queen on a6.
Yeah.
No way home.
And Gukesh being very brave. He's relying on the fact that if you push d5, the c5 pawn is vulnerable. And he's also relying on the fact that the queen can go back to a4 if needed and escape to the d1, c2 square.
Run away. Run with the queen. The queen needs to
Run,
flee.
Forrest, run.
But first, the bishop. I'm surprised he's even thinking, like, surely he's going to step back. There aren't any other tactics. Is he choosing which square? But g2 looks like the most natural by far.
He
There we
does
go.
it. It's on the board. Wesley now. I'd say he's about to go rook a8. And for Gukesh, you do have that b5 spot to run to. Attacking c5, coming in with the check on the black king.
That's Gukesh's only plan. He has to get that queen out of dodge, and that's the path forward.
And then you're up a pawn. If that queen survives and returns, Gukesh is playing for a proper win here with that extra a pawn.
And the question is where to put the queen. Should she go on b6? Should she go on b5? It's decision time for Gukesh, but that's going to cost him some seconds on the clock.
Yeah. Feels like the next 5 moves are critical. Either Gukesh comes out a pawn, maybe even 2 up, 2 to the good, and then he just wins the game. Or we might see a repetition, the white queen constantly hit, or maybe Wesley gaining some material, the white queen forced to give itself up for some pieces. Queen b5 played, queen hitting the pawn.
It's hitting the pawn, and Wesley's probably regretting the move king to f8 because that pawn hit comes with a check right now on that strangely placed king.
Yeah, and if the bishop were able to use f8, the white queen would be trapped. Like rook to b8, queen takes pawn, and if you could switch around the black king and its bishop, then the queen would have no way home. So Gukesh using that opportunistic tactic to survive with his queen.
Wesley reaching the 3-minute mark now. Still about a 3-minute difference on the clock. So Gukesh keeping that pressure going. A must win with the white pieces in the Armageddon. And I think you have to take that bait. You have to pick up that extra pawn. And Gukesh did it as quickly as he could. Not spending time calculating. He said, I have to win this game. I need to take the decision. We see what happens later.
But where is the queen going to go to once she's attacked by the rook on a8? Okay, rook b8. Ooh. Oh, but now queen a4. Or queen takes pawn even.
Take it with a check and then run.
I mean, there's other pawns. There's more pawns up for grabs in the center, unless black's going to block with the knight. But then the white queen should be able to escape. There we go.
Gukesh does not shy away from baits. He takes them. He asks you to prove yourself with every pawn you want to give on the board.
Big advantage for Wesley. So the best would have actually been to move the king away a few moves ago, just to make way for the dark square bishop to hit c5. That was difficult with no time. Now there's no way to catch the queen. Rook a8 continuing the attack. White can survive a bit longer. Maybe even b4 now and out via h4, swinging across.
He hits it.
Ooh, you can play queen b5. I was going to say there might be tactics with rook takes c3, but then the white b pawn takes and the rook protects its queen.
Ooh, that's a really nice idea. A very nice resource. And suddenly, Gukesh's rook on b1 doing a wonderful job on that square. Queen b5, offer a queen trade. Queen b4, pin the knight as well. Two tempting options. He does go for the idea. Wesley trying to keep as many pieces on the board. No trades for you.
Yeah, and still asking the question, how is the queen going to find salvation? Because she cannot step 2 squares backwards because she gets in the line of the bishop.
How much of it? Maybe you just move your knight away and say, I want some rook trades in right now if you're Gukesh. As many pieces off the board, the easier it gets to survive. The onslaught on the white queen.
And let's go right into the playing pool. Actually hear the audio from the players just hitting the clocks. Just feel the tension alive in the playing hall.
Wesley clearing his throat. He means business. He's trying to ask for that repetition, but the queen does escape. There's no way to continue hitting her now because the knight is pinned and she's going to flee to h4. She can run to the other side of the board, creating some threats. Safety. 2 pawns up for Gukesh.
Oh, he doesn't go for it though. He does keep it on the left flank right now, but it's going zigzag and going all the way back home. And then who's stopping the b and the a pawn going up?
nothing stopping it. GUKESH taking that big risk with his queen, grabbing the pawns, but the pawns weren't poisoned, and yeah, he's done a fantastic job of hiding, of navigating all the pitfalls. He's home. The queen has found safety. WESLEY 2 full pawns down, no compensation.
No compensation, but some hesitation there from GUKESH as he recaptures on e3 with the bishop. And, well, question time.
14 queen moves by GUKESH in the game so far. Picks up 2 pawns, lands right back from where it started, and with a winning position.
14 out of his first 32 moves with this queen. And yeah, don't try it at home. Normally, you get your queen trapped if you try this, but not if you're GUKESH and you're a fantastic world-class calculator. And light squares now slightly vulnerable around the white king, but WESLEY just lacking the ammunition to attack.
Well, he's beginning to load up right now as the knight moves over to f5, but GUKESH quickly covers that diagonal. I was going to say there's still pressure, you know, against the pawn on d3, but also the fact that for the time being, white's pawns are not motoring.
Very important that queen takes d3 a move ago was impossible, because bishop c5 check would have hit the black king, and the queen would have been picked up on d3. So the white knight gets time to centralize.
Just as soon as WESLEY set that up with the king sidestep, GUKESH blocks it with an active knight jump to the center of the board. And how's he going to continue? He wants to push those pawns, but for now, the way WESLEY's rooks are lined up, it's not easy to get b4, a4 up the board.
Not yet. He needs to be patient. He needs to build up, maybe improve the position of one of white's rooks in the near future that can come up to the 7th rank. Maybe you can stop at some other squares along the way. He moves in with his bishop. Another great move, posting up 2 very active pieces, and WESLEY, when in doubt, push the h-pawn. Very logical. GUKESH blocks.
He blocks it instantly, keeping pace on the clock as well, up to minutes right now. Can centralize the queen. Rook a5, WESLEY steps up. Is GUKESH about to give up one of the pawns and just start marching up the board with the b pawn? And WESLEY is not happy with the way he's played this Armageddon.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't shake his head earlier, because it went wrong a long time ago. WESLEY's fighting hard now. But if he does win one of the pawns back, there might be a glimmer of hope. b4 would defend the 2 pieces that are currently skewered against each other on the 5th rank, but a3 would fall. WESLEY, maybe he's trying to play mind games here, get under GUKESH's skin, and GUKESH finds a brilliant move. Doesn't need to react to his bishop. The knight coming into b4, then c6. That is a deadly fork. Unstoppable.
Nice move there as well, going backwards in order to go forward. How to handle that family fork? You can't do it.
The black knight, wherever it goes, will get captured to defend that square. You can move 1 piece out now, but 2 pieces will still be there, ready to be forked. This might be it. WESLEY's down to 45 seconds. GUKESH, his best Armageddon of the tournament so far. So close now to victory.
GUKESH very close to victory here. Close to walking away with 1.5 points. But for WESLEY, the clock is ticking down. Big threat.
Oh, bishop b6.
Nice.
Comes in with a skewer tactic. You take that, the knight about to jump in. The rook hangs, he picks it up with a check. And the knight's landing. David, he's going in with the queen.
Oh, beautiful move. It's not a mistake. He's chasing the black queen around. He wants that exchange. He's hitting f7 now. He's the exchange. Rook for bishop and 2 pawns up. That beautiful deflection tactic with bishop b6. The clincher. WESLEY desperately retreating his queen the whole way back to d7.
He just realized that that pawn was hanging. First about to put it on d6, then finds his way forward, but it's not going to help. GUKESH ready with the response. WESLEY now got 5 seconds on the clock. Losing position, about to get flagged.
Oh, WESLEY hangs his rook. Game over. Handshake. GUKESH takes the win.
GUKESH takes the win, walks away with 1.5 points, but for WESLEY, he still remains at the top with 12.5 points. What a game, what a match indeed. As we listen to the players.
Queen f8. May rook is down. King g2. That one left one. May rook is down. No, not quite like that. Yeah, knight c6 to 3-5 was very strong. I think it perfect. Opening